Good morning, boys and girls, and as I mentioned at the beginning of this week, we are going to read a book called Teddy Spaghetti. This book was written by Dorothea Benton Frank and Victoria Benton Frank. This was the mother, because she recently died, and this is the daughter. And she is the one, the daughter, Victoria, was the one that has a child named Teddy. Now, this is not just a fiction book, it's a realistic fiction book because it has to do with a small moment or something that happened in their memoir when they were a little boy. Now, he's not a little boy anymore, but she used it as to create the story of Teddy Spaghetti. In this story, what you're going to learn also is not only that he loves spaghetti, but that he goes to a new school. And what happens in there has a lot of business for you to know. As you know, we've been talking in the classroom about bullying. And what we need you to do is follow this book because Teddy Spaghetti is a very interesting book about bullying and how Teddy, as a new student in the school, manages and tries to get through the day of his first day of school with a bully. Let's begin reading. Teddy Spaghetti. I don't know, the sun glare must be bothering me. Teddy loved a lot about his life, but he really loved three simple things. He loved his shiny cape because it made him feel big and strong. He really loved his rain boots because when he wore them, Teddy could stomp through anything. But most of all, Teddy really, really, really loved spaghetti. Because, well, just because. Teddy was a very happy boy, and today was a very important day. He was starting a new school, and as much as his shiny cape made him feel confident, he felt a teensy tiny bit nervous. "Good morning, Teddy. It's a big day," said his mom. "Are you ready for a big breakfast?" "Can I have spaghetti?" asked Teddy. "Not today, my sweet boy," replied his mom. "I think I'm feeling a little under the weather," said Teddy. "You're going to be just fine, kiddo. I bet you'll have a new best friend by lunchtime." So when you get nervous, that is something normal that happens when you go to school, especially if it's a new school. Teddy was not so sure. "Mom, I don't feel so good. My elbow hurts. My leg hurts. I have a pain in my neck. My eyes are blurry. My tummy's sick. Maybe I have a fever. I might have appendicitis. I'm hot. I'm cold. My blood pressure's through the roof." Really? Stop it. "Teddy, you'll be just fine. Just be your wonderful self and everyone will love you. Now, hand over your cape and let's get moving," said Mom. Teddy didn't feel great about handing over his trusted cape, but he did it anyway. He grabbed his lunchbox and headed out the door. It's very important that when you have a mom or dad right there to encourage you to be brave and not be nervous or worried about going to a new school. He said goodbye to his mom and walked slowly up to the front of the school. "Welcome, Teddy," said his new teacher, Miss Basil. "Are you ready to meet everyone?" "Ready as I'll ever be," said Teddy with a smile. Miss Basil gathered the kids around. "All right, everyone. Can anyone tell us what they did over the summer?" "I finally learned how to ride a two-wheeler." "I got a baby sister." "I went to the beach." Teddy said slowly, "I ate a lot of spaghetti." "You must really like spaghetti. What's your name?" asked the girl sitting next to him. "I'm Theodore, but everyone calls me Teddy. And I don't just really like spaghetti. I love it," he said. "Well, I'm Antonia, but everyone calls me Tony. And this is Petey." So this is Petey, this is Tony, and this is Teddy. Teddy was relieved that he had met some friends he could sit with at lunch. The new friends found a table together. Petey looked at his lunch and said, "A jelly sandwich. This meal is uninspired." Tony said, "Baloney, baloney, always with the baloney." Ugh. Teddy opened his container and smiled. The smell of spaghetti, made him think of home in a good way. Just then, he heard a loud, booming voice. "Teddy Spaghetti!" Look how they look. Do they look happy? Exactly, they don't look happy, they look scared. It was Bryan the bully. This is the bully. Teddy forgot for a moment that he was the new kid and that Bryan was much bigger than him. Excuse me. "Hey, what did you call me?" asked Teddy. Bryan the bully spoke more slowly this time. "I called you Teddy Spaghetti." Teddy felt his heart sink. He wasn't sure what to do or what to say next. That's what a bully does when a child feels uncomfortable. They start going after you to hurt you with actions or words that are repeated. So he's repeated that already twice, and not only that, Teddy doesn't know what to do because he caught him off guard. He doesn't know how to defend himself. He's a new boy. But he didn't need to say anything because his new friends spoke up. Holy meatballs, that looks amazing. Cooked to perfection, al dente." That's what Petey said. "That sauce looks scrumptious. Mamma mia," said Tony. When you have a bully, one great strategy is always be with other friends to defend you as well. And if you notice, Teddy in this picture looks like Petey and Tony are really helping him get through because the bully is not going after him again. He's not getting the attention. Teddy told everyone to help themselves. There's plenty to go around. And that's what he did. He shared his spaghetti. Suddenly, it was quiet again. Teddy turned around to find Bryan standing over him, but this time he didn't look quite so mean. Teddy thought for a moment. He looked up at Bryan and smiled. Sure. And you can call me Teddy. Oh, he said, I missed the question. Can I have some spaghetti? He asked almost in a whisper. Teddy thought for a moment. He looked up at Bryan and smiled. Sure. And you can call me Teddy Spaghetti because I like that name a lot. No, wait. I love that name almost as much as I love spaghetti. So look what Teddy did. He not only shared with the bully, he also told the bully, you know what? I'm going to take that nickname and I'm going to make it mine. Now, since I love spaghetti, I'm going to let myself call Teddy Spaghetti. It's not my real name, but guess what? I like that name. That's being smart. That's being smart in front of a bully. Everyone gathered around and enjoyed the spaghetti down to the last slurp. Even Bryan. What could have been a big problem where the teacher had to get involved or anybody else turned out that not only Petey and Tony helped Teddy, but Teddy was brave enough to confront his bully and get him to change. That night his mom said, Teddy, I'm so glad you had a good day. What do you want for lunch tomorrow? That's a very interesting question, but you already know the answer, boys and girls. It's what? Teddy knew the answer right away. Spaghetti with extra forks. The end. Now, this was the mother, may she rest in peace, Dorothea Benton Frank, and this is the author also, Victoria Benton Frank. She's the one that has a son named Teddy. So this book is dedicated not only to Teddy, but to all those children who have been going through a new school and have bumped into a bully and had to find a way to defend themselves. You probably have had a situation like this. If you had, and you're on Google Classroom watching this video, go down and click on the other activities and other suggestions that I have there for you to work on strategies or tips that you can use to confront a bully. It's not fun, it hurts, and it bothers. But guess what? You're smart. You're smart, and you can do exactly what Teddy did in this story. Because smart is not something you are. Smart is something you get.